We're live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 7 of the show. In today's episode, we talk about Tyreek Hill, Baker Mayfield, Matty Ice, Devontae Adams, and we give a little preview for WrestleMania. All that and much, much more coming up. Sit back, grab a drink, and open up your ears and get ready. This is the show. It would have been better if I didn't pause.
Ah,
But yeah,
yeah, that's all right. I just slurped, so
it's 90%.
yeah,
We're almost there. You
yeah.
know, these We're episode 7 by episode 100. I'm sure I'll have that down a little bit.
It is hard to, surprisingly hard to just nail an intro, man. Because I remember when I did it last week, it was almost flawless, but then I flubbed, and I was like,
Oh, you,
start over.
you stumble a little bit, then that's it.
You're right.
You gotta keep the momentum. And we ain't those pussies who, write the intros down. This is off the brain.
Oh, actually, this is the moment you have been waiting for since we started doing this little hobby. Why don't you pimp that Twitter account?
Oh, this is the moment. We are on Twitter. It is at the show podcast 7 on Twitter. Um, that'll be in the description below. And then also make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button if you like the content. We do the show weekly, give you some good takes. You can hit the button.
Well, no, we'll give you some takes. I don't know if they're good or not.
Oh,
They're
they're
just
good.
they're just two assholes talking, you know, out of their rear ends.
They're gold.
Okay,
I,
they're
I
gold.
would say I would say there ain't no better takes on the internet or anywhere else. You think, you think Stephen A's gonna give a better take? Huh? Max Kellerman? That's his name?
Yeah, Max Kellerman. Uh,
Huh? Shannon Sharp?
I can't.
Skip Bayless? Huh?
I have you ever liked Stephen A. Smith? Because he's insufferable now, but I've never been able to stomach him.
Um, I think he's funny sometimes.
Yeah,
I think
fair
he's
enough.
like one of. I think his shtick is just like I don't like anything. He's like
Black Skip Bayless.
Phil. What is his name? Phil Feinbaum or something? Paul Feinbaum.
No,
Kind of, yeah. This is
no, I
like
think
his
he's
thing is the Jim Cornette.
no, because Paul Feinbaum attacks things with like logic and stuff.
Oh, I've never
Sense.
listened to him.
Yeah, he like actually attacks it with like a good point, and he thinks about A. Smith will just like, oh Lord, it's egregious, egregious. There was one the last time I listened to him, he made it to say that he was speaking to a woman like 5 times, and that he was down with women. Not that there's a problem with that, but it's like okay, we get it.
Who? Stephen A.
Yeah,
Oh, he's trying really hard. Isn't he married? I'm trying to get that point across for.
just the ESPN is unwatchable.
Yes, they are.
I
Hit the subscribe
I can't
button.
watch them. What's that?
I said yes, they are. Hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, we'll give you a real take, unfiltered, obviously.
Give us. Yeah.
But my point is that Skip Bayless, he does the same thing. If you ever listen to him and Shane, they're just as insufferable, but at least they're entertaining. Although I want to punch Skip Bayless in the face with it when he goes, "Ooh, oh, he got 584 yards. Ooh, hey, that He went 5 for 13, 535 yards. That deep dish, Jarvis Landry. Ooh, woo!
Unless you're
Like,
talking about Aaron Rodgers.
I just want to super kick him.
Well, I like that he has his. He's a Cowboys fan. We have that in common.
Ugh,
Um,
you can have that.
you know, he's just representing. Always like our representation.
You know, oh, the game's not playing. Whoops.
Oh, that's okay. If you're not on the viewing audience, we are on Twitch. So, this is where we film it live for now. If you want to join in on that, the link will be in the description.
Nope, we gotta start over.
All of it's in, all of it's in the description.
Nope, start over.
All the way from the beginning.
All the way.
Pretend it never happened.
Yep, and we're live. But no, anyway, it's hard. I used to like Mike and Mike. Um, then they split up. But they would make me
Why
mad
did
too.
they split? Did they have a falling out?
No, the ESPN split.
Oh, well, they had a good thing going.
They did. It was one of the most entertaining shows. They made Little Mike host of the show, and Golick was hosting with Wingo. I don't know. Then isn't Wingo hosting with Golick Jr.?
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know. You sound just as up to date as I am. Then
Yeah, I don't really watch ESPN,
well,
honestly.
it would be
I watch
the
like
radio show.
I watch if I watch, I don't watch a lot of the morning stuff. I'll watch FS1 stuff. So Skip and Shannon, Colin Cowherd, um,
Ugh.
Chris
Yeah, that's another
Chris
one.
Broussard.
You know what I want to do to Colin Cowherd? Just sneak up behind him, spoiler, and as soon as he turns around, I just want to hit him right in the nose, just as hard as I can.
He makes good points.
No, he doesn't. He drinks wine.
Um, oh, you don't drink wine?
No, men don't drink wine. I said it.
Have you drank wine before?
Yeah, I sure have.
If you were to drink wine, are you a sweet or a bitter guy?
Well, I didn't get my girlish figure for nothing, so I like it to taste as much like Kool-Aid as possible.
Yeah, guilty as charged. Like I don't drink wine a lot. You know, sometimes you're with your lady, she wants to drink wine, so that's the drink you're having. And if I'm doing that, then I don't like the red wine. I like I think it's called like Moscato stuff.
Oh yeah,
Tastes
yeah,
like
Moscato's good. But
sweet.
men don't drink wine.
Drink beer,
They drink.
whiskey, bourbon.
We're not doing it.
IPAs. Huh?
No, I don't know about all that.
That's
That's
just
another thing.
I think
When did beer start having like different categories?
when locals started making it.
That's that's infuriating. You can't just go in and order a beer. Like, oh,
I
what kind of
mean,
PA? Do you want a lager? Do you want a blah 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 blah?
yeah, is there even a difference? It all tastes like crap.
No, no. I mean, there is a difference. It's just I don't know. Not much difference to be a snob about it.
Unless you're one of those people. I mean, some of them they sound good, but then they all taste the same, like pumpkin spice beer. It just tastes like beer.
Yeah, to me that sounds like a beer.
Yeah.
Those I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that. Although I used to just get Bud Light at the bars, so I don't know if I'm a one you want to talk to when it comes to good beer.
I was taking Bud Light. I was
Yeah.
drinking the yeah, Bud Light. You
Oh, got
know,
it.
here's the thing. When you go to the bars, you don't have time to like think about what you want or, you know, sample or anything. It's just like you go to the bartender. Sometimes it's loud. You just gotta like know what you want.
Right.
What do you want? Oh, I'll take one of these. I don't, you know, I can't look at the menu or anything. Just give me what I know.
Well, that and it's cheap.
Yeah.
You know, we had some little fancy German Steiner smorgasbord beer that's supposed
Or
to
when you
taste
order,
like butterflies and lilacs.
you look at the tap and they got all those, yeah, all those different beers on there.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to go to the other end of the tap. I see Bud Light and stuff. I want that side.
Oh, I see a bunch of. Give me one of those.
Yeah. And then like Corona, put the orange in it or the lime or I don't know if lemon's in it. But it's
Corona?
like, yeah.
It's not. It's lime.
Is it Corona?
I mean,
What's the
I
one where
guess
you
you
get
could.
the orange in it? Blue Moon?
Yeah, Blue Moon is orange.
Yeah. I haven't had one of those. I would want to try that just
Oh,
'cause
it's
it's different.
it's it's actually quite refreshing.
With the
Now,
orange?
yeah. Now, me personally, I like to take the orange and squeeze it into the beer. I mean,
Mm,
don't get me wrong. It's not going to taste like orange juice or anything like that. It's going to taste like beer, but it's like a
yeah.
lighter. Um, it's a lighter beer.
It's
Start
almost
this
like
whole
just
shit
this.
saying men don't drink. Oh wait, no, that was wine. Never mind. We're cool. I thought we were being hypocrites.
Oh, that we were talking about
Fine.
all the
Yeah,
ways we get it.
my bad. I'm a little high right now, so. But no, I like to. Uh, it's really refreshing, especially like in the summer, hot day, which you know all about that. So
I do. And that's why it's popular. It's just extra.
yeah, I mean, yeah, they're usually more expensive than a, but if you got the extra dough,
I like when at the bars they get all those fruits out there.
hmm
But again, you gotta already know what you want. You gotta.
right.
So do you practice this at home before you go out to the bar, or you just like go through trials and tribulations? You can't go up to the bartender looking like a fool.
Well, I just bring stuff home now, so I don't even do the bar thing.
Practice. I haven't gone to a bar in a long time either.
Yeah.
The last bar I went to was like a karaoke bar. Karaoke.
Last bar I went to, I tried to buy a lady a drink, and it didn't work out. So I just I stopped going to bars.
It didn't work out. She sent it back.
Oh, it just, I didn't really go up. I just, I bought her the drink, and I didn't really think it through. Like, okay, her the drink, then what? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have a
You didn't start the conversation first.
no.
Oh my god.
So then I just kind of stood around like a fucking idiot. And I,
Did she drink it? At that point,
yeah,
she
of
probably
course
thought
she
it was
did. It was
poison.
a free drink.
Did they do the thing where they put the drink down and they're like, courtesy of that gentleman over there?
Yeah, I walked over there, and then yeah, I just ended up standing like a, and then I essentially backed it, backed my way back into the crowd and got absorbed, and then made my way to the exit.
No, no, no. You talk first.
Yeah, I know.
And then,
Hey,
hey, let me buy you a
don't.
drink. And first
I
of
get
all,
it.
crowd, listen to me. Never buy a drink. Don't buy the
No.
woman a drink. It's just a trap. One, they're either going to take it and you're not going to get anything out of it, case in point, or two, or really, that's the main point. If
Yeah.
you're going to take it, a lot of women will take it, have no interest in you, but it's a drink, so they'll take it anyway. And then you can't ask for, like, well, I mean, that was a, you know, we had an agreement. You took the drink. Come on. Since we're not leaving this bar together. I think I need my money back.
Well, I think the point is make sure you have something to bring more than just a free drink.
Conversation.
Yeah. Conversation, a big dick, I don't know, something.
Well, they won't know that until the end. He's gonna slap it out on the table.
You beat me to it, yeah.
or like,
That's,
or
that's
like go up
generally what
and
I do.
you wearing blue jeans and you go up and like press against it, press the outline. Look at
Blue
that,
jeans.
huh?
Dude, I just wear leather pants.
Or better yet, basketball shorts, and then you're like, look at that, huh?
I
And
wear the
then
leather pants that don't have the pockets. And they're just like, you know, essentially just so you could see all the bumps and bruises.
see it all.
Yeah.
And
And then I do a lot
you
of
gotta
poses with like stools and stuff. Like, just an excuse
put
to raise my leg. And weren't we talking about how do we get to my outline?
guys, you're going to the bar. Well, let's talk about our first story. Our first actual story.
Jesus, tap dancing Christ.
Our first story, Triple H.
Oh
He
yeah,
was on actually Stephen A. Smith's show, and he was on Stephen A's World. Now, a lot of people are getting this wrong, by the way. It's not First Take, it's Stephen A's World. It's a different show. ESPN Plus, if you want to, whatever. Um, but he had a little 15-minute interview, and during the interview, he did announce that he is officially done with in-ring competition.
which the writing was
Double,
pretty much on the wall for
yeah, he
that.
was already retired.
Unfortunately,
You knew with that heart thing. He did double down during the interview and said he has a heart murk thing on his a
he has a defib.
defibrillator, which I didn't even know you can get in the body, but here we are.
Yeah. Well, if you can get a
So
pacemaker, a defibrillator would.
I thought the defibrillator was like the thing that you pump.
I'm not gonna even try to discuss that.
It doesn't sound small. I'll say that.
Well, it has to be.
Yeah, I
At
guess
least the size of a fist. I don't know.
modern
I couldn't tell you.
modern medicine.
I can't even spell it. So just know that that's what he said. He has.
Yeah, so
And
he's officially done.
yeah. So where would you rank him? Like he's one of the big ones. Where would you rank him among the tier?
Yeah, he was pretty important. I don't know exactly where I'd rank him. Definitely towards the top. He's not like Mount Rushmore status,
Yeah.
but he's definitely like looking at them, I guess.
Well,
He's in the shadow.
I remember watching his DVD, and the Red Rooster said something kind of interesting where he's like, he's not always the at the top of the card, but never see a bad Triple H match, and that's kind of true. I mean, pretty fluid and somebody shit. Wasn't a fan of it.
Oh, you're breaking up there.
I lose you.
Yeah, you're breaking up.
Yep. How about now?
You're back.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Where'd I lose you?
Oh, you said um, he was fluid in the ring, I think.
Just fluid, and I thought all his matches were really good and interesting. I liked his Undertaker matches.
Yeah, he
I
was
just
always
didn't
one
like.
of the better storytellers. Like every feud he had was like a great story behind it. Or I wouldn't say great, Katie Vick, but a story, something to remember.
I didn't care
And
for the
mhm,
sledgehammer shit.
like his gimmick with the sledgehammer, or the fact that
Yeah,
he,
all of it.
oh, well, who uses a sledgehammer? No one. Now it's like a
Exactly.
Triple H thing.
Yeah, he could have saved it.
But he was early. He started out as Hunter Hearst Helmsley. That gimmick was that's when he debuted in WWE. I don't know if he did anything in WCW,
Yeah, he started off
but
as terrorizing.
oh, okay. There's that.
Uh, and, and then he went from terrorizing to John Paul Levesque.
This was in WCW.
Hmm.
Okay.
And then I think he signed to like a 1 year deal with that, and then after it expired, he just went to the WWF. Rest is history.
Yeah, he started out Triple H, or no, not even Triple H. He was Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Yep.
I remember the first time he did the pedigree. He didn't even like unclasp his hands, drop that guy right on his head.
Yeah. Whole move.
Like it was like almost like a spike pile driver.
Right.
Then it kind of turned into something different, but you saw that move and it was like, wow. And then he, I think he won the Intercontinental Championship under that gimmick as Hunter
That's
Hearst
about right.
Helmsley.
I, I think he was feuding with Goldust, or if not Goldust, it was Ahmed Johnson.
Yeah, I remember Gold Dust.
I remember a match with uh, Hunter Hearst Helmsley and Ahmed Johnson. They would lock up, and they would separate. Hunter would wipe a towel all over his body after Ahmed would touch him. Like, oh, the racism is real. I thought that was a nice touch. I like how he always went for it, no matter how stupid or whatever or over the top it was. He always went for it.
Yeah, he sure did. Um, he made it as Hunter Hearst Helmsley. He made it all the way up to. Do you remember that match? Uh, I don't blame you if you don't. He made it to WrestleMania. His first WrestleMania was against the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the
I
match lasted
remember
like
it.
10 seconds.
Yeah. Allegedly, the Warrior changed it at the last minute.
The Warrior changed it.
Yeah,
Oh, to that? To 10
yeah,
second squash?
pretty much.
I mean, what was it? He hit him with the pedigree, then the Warrior did his thing, his
Yeah,
Warrior up.
he agree, and he just stood up. He didn't even try.
Freaking no selling a pedigree.
Like one of the best moves. It was pretty
Don't
wild.
get me wrong, you know, I was a Warrior guy. And I was all for his little powering up thing. Him and Hulk Hogan doing the power ups, no selling everything, but come on.
I liked how Warrior
He had
looked,
his
but
jacket on still.
I never liked his matches.
Oh, he was like my first favorite.
Yeah, I was always a Hogan guy.
His promos they wouldn't even like make sense, but
Yeah. Oh, he had some great promos. Macho Man had some promos like that too, where it was just like, "What are you saying,
yeah. And that was the thing. These kids now they're going to like
kids?"
promo school, and these wrestlers now they're going to promo school and they're taking like acting classes, and they're so scripted. You think you think Macho Man was scripted when he was talking about nothing?
Right.
He was just saying whatever came to his mind,
Yep.
and as
And
long as he
that's
was, as long as he believed what he was saying, you got ready for it. Ultimate Warrior, Rowdy Piper.
and unfortunately that's how you also get Sting saying, "Oh, mamacita."
Well,
But yeah, back to Hunter, man. I know last week I said that I would emulate. He was one of the first, but Triple H, when he the water thing he did, what we were
yeah,
doing in the
when he turned
backyard
into the
wrestling,
game,
yeah, like I would emulate that. Him and Scott Hall were like the wrestlers that I wanted to be, man, which was kind of interesting.
yeah, and he was also part of Degeneration X.
Yep, of course.
This was, um, you know, DX was little that little first group that was like cool during the Attitude Era.
Were they before the
People still do
NWO?
the. I think they were after,
Okay,
but like right after.
right. I know they were very, very close to the same time.
'Cause it had to be Attitude Era because they were having the girls in the crowd flash, and they would do like the mooning people.
Hmm.
This was like very early Attitude Era though.
The one drawback to the Attitude Era is there were so many like factions.
Oh yeah, everybody had to be in a faction.
It was crazy. Then WCW did that. Like when it must have been Russo.
The Ministry. I remember, speaking of
It's not
Triple
even
H.
that. Like you had the Nation of Domination. You had Savio Vega's little Puerto. You had the bikers.
Oh yeah, Crush.
Yeah, yeah. And I feel like there's Degeneration X. I don't know. There's
Yeah,
just a lot of there's a lot going on.
yeah.
Whereas
Everybody had a little faction.
whereas WCW it was NWO versus WCW.
Well, they had their fair share too. The Flock.
Oh, I love the Flock.
That was one of the weirdest groups.
Oh,
Raven and Billy Kidman.
I was all about the fucking Flock, man. I
Perry
thought,
Saturn with his nipple rings.
yeah, I loved it. Like Raven would just kidnap the wrestlers, and then like a week or two later, they would just appear all dirty, and then Nirvana t-shirts.
Wearing the wearing the flannel on the waist,
Yeah,
tied up. And then Perry Saturn, that guy was like super
he was.
emo
Yeah, but he was fucking
with his
awesome in the ring.
fishnet shirts.
Like everything about his in-ring work to me was just entertaining as hell. Same with Raven. The only drawback is that they were made to be jokes, and they lost all the time.
Yeah. Didn't Saturn, there was something, either he was being a woman, or was it
He
a
was
mop?
he I, he wrestled somebody to and I think that was WWE.
Oh, yeah.
He loser wears a dress, and then and then he lost, and then he just all of a sudden became a tranny. And yeah, I think a mom was involved somehow. Yeah,
Yeah,
but he still
that
wrestled.
does sound like a WWE thing.
He still wrestled really well, and he was still fucking entertaining. So he just wore a
Yeah,
dress.
it just couldn't be taken serious at that point.
Right, of course not.
It's like when they put the Big Show in a baby diaper. Like, yeah, you know, you can't be taken serious after that.
Before or after he dressed like big bastard or fat bastard.
Uh, I don't remember if it was before or after, but he was the New Year's baby at
Yeah,
one
yeah.
point, and he was in a diaper,
And then he got knocked out by Floyd Mayweather. Well, he didn't get knocked out.
which was which was the dumbest fight thing they could have come up with.
Right.
Like, really, him of all people, like the smallest boxer you could in the or whatever league.
Well, that was the point.
Boxing league is it the league in boxing
Uh,
association?
yeah, I think it's World Boxing Association or a line. I don't know.
See, what do you call a group of boxers?
We'll go with association.
This
But
is off topic, but you hear about this Patty the Batty guy?
now we're going off topic. Um, is that the one that looks like pudding? He looks like a
Probably.
Dutch Ziploc bag. like, like, like he has no
Probably.
definition.
Yeah, yeah, that's him.
Okay.
And he has
Like,
he's blonde, has like feathered
yeah, he's
out
got like
hair.
a little Dutch hair. Oh, I felt like he had like a little bowl haircut. Or does it look like Tweak from South Park?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was saying, we were talking about boxing now we're on UFC. I'm just saying, he's supposed to be the heir apparent, apparently.
Oh,
He's supposed
there's.
to be the guy to bring him in. He's already comparing him to Conor McGregor.
Oh man, there was some dude that had a hair lip that Dana was watching all over. Although he might be Ukrainian and they're busy right now.
Yeah, there's something in the news about them.
Yeah.
But yeah, this Patty the Patty guy, he's supposed to be like Conor McGregor reincarnated. I don't know. Just worth the mention. Wanted to mention him on the show.
Have you watched him fight?
I have not, but he just had a fight recently, and I guess I didn't even watch the highlights of it or anything. But that's
But
where I
you,
started
but
hearing
you're gonna
about him.
bring him up.
Yeah, that's where I started hearing about him. On the show, I want to be like progressive. I want you to know that we're looking at those kind of people. So if one day he's like the biggest thing in sports, I can go back and say, hey, we brought him up first. Not even first, but we brought him up. You heard it here.
But you don't even know if he's a fighter. He could be a ballet dancer because you've never seen one. You've never seen him throw one punch, right?
I have not. No.
Okay.
Although, just from looking at him, I'm like, I don't see how people are losing to him. I could take him.
Well, that's kind of what I said about well, Daniel Cormier and Khabib.
You thought you could take them at one point?
Well,
Khabib
I don't,
wrestled a freaking bear.
I don't want to go that
That's a true
far,
story.
but like they don't have built. You know what I mean? Or they're
Yeah,
nah, no, I don't want to say they're not well built. They don't have the. They're not like as ripped.
they don't have like a 30 pack.
Right. They just look like regular dudes. Now I'm aware that Khabib wrestled bears. That alone makes me not want to be in the same room with him, let alone try to engage with him in a physical altercation.
Although I do think that that's a little bit of exaggeration.
No, no, no. He wrestled a bear. There's
Is
video.
there video proof of this bear that he wrestled? And how did he
He's
get out of it if he did? Like, how do you can't just tap out and then the bear stop.
well, the bear's
It's
the bear
what?
the bear's neck is chained to like a tree or something.
Oh,
So it's a young Khabib, right, with a little bear cub, and you see Khabib doing like leg takedowns and shit.
I'm the bear.
Yeah.
This just sounds crazy. All the
Well,
bear's got to do is get you once.
they 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 do things different in Russia, man.
You know, they have power to knock your head off,
Hmm.
literally.
That's why they used the small bear.
I think the small bear could do just as much damage.
I don't know. I just know it was chained up and he was wrestling it. And like I said, that alone is just insane.
It is. It's all an intimidation factor.
No, because no, it, an intimidation factor would be his dad saying he wrestled a bear and his friend saying he wrestled a bear, but there's no proof that he wrestled a bear because he never really fucking wrestled a bear. He's just saying he did. This motherfucker wrestled a bear when he was young. He never knew he was. The UFC wasn't even around when he was wrestling bears.
He was just doing it for fun.
Oh wait, no, well, maybe it was.
He was training for something. Yes, yeah, it had to have been. UFC's been around for a long time. Dan the Beast,
Yeah.
Hank Abbott.
Okay, I'll retract that, but he didn't even know he was going to be in the UFC.
Oh,
He was doing some
I
crowd
guess.
shit.
I guess. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
But now we can go back to Triple H.
Okay.
Since we've detoured.
So what's your favorite Triple H match?
Um, I would say it's the. I don't know what WrestleMania was, but it was the one against Randy Orton. Randy Orton.
Was it
Just
the
because of.
one? Um, the build-up was he threw him out of his house.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just because the build was so good. That's why I liked it. You know, it
Yeah.
was like one of those feuds like, all right, we need to see this, the blow off here.
Right.
And then I also like the matches with The Undertaker, both of them.
Yeah. Those are really good. Although, I mean, they were basically the Shawn Michaels matches, just with Triple H.
Triple H instead.
But they were still really, really good.
Yeah, he thought he was gonna do it. And this is also why The Undertaker should have retired undefeated at WrestleMania.
Right.
The streak was
Because,
like the thing.
yeah, like if Shawn Michaels and Triple H, it's just what a waste. But, you know, they're not known for their sound decision making. But anyway, it's a shame that yet another legend is hanging up his boots. But hopefully, he gets more years with his and his daughters and stuff. And that's sounds like that's what's important to him.
Yeah, he has his priorities. And again, at this point, is there any? There's like no matches left really for him anyway.
Yeah, he
The
just
only one,
uh,
the only one I can think of that would be like left on the table would be him versus Cody Rhodes, who even is not there yet. So there's
yeah.
that.
Okay. What do you think is going to happen first? Do you think Christ is going to come back, or do you think Cody Rhodes?
Or do I think Cody Rhodes is what?
Do you think he's going to come back to the WWE?
Um, I mean, Cody Rhodes. They said he signed. He's supposed to show up next week.
Didn't they say that week that or before that, and this week? Haven't
Well,
they that since
no.
he left?
Apparently, the plan has always been for him to show up at WrestleMania.
Okay.
So they say that's where it's going to happen, or the Monday after WrestleMania. One of those two. But They definitively said that he won't be there before WrestleMania. Like the Vince McMahon, the first place he wants people to see him is either WrestleMania or like the Monday after. Because the Monday after WrestleMania, that Raw is usually like supposed to be like the biggest Raw of the year. So they want him out there then. Um, I did hear that, and if it happens, I'll come on the show and say I was wrong. But apparently, Vince, well, no, sorry, not Vince, but the creative writers apparently they want to keep the same Cody Rhodes that was in AEW, plug him into WWE. So
Okay.
remember when we first started reporting, I said
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I wouldn't
he
say
may.
reporting is a strong word for us.
when we first started
I mean,
talking about it, I said, you know, he's not Cody Rhodes that we know is not going to show up. He's not going to rise from the ring with the thing that says wrestling has more than one royal family and the fireworks going off and the Kingdom song playing. Apparently, they said that all was going to happen. So if it
I
happens, I will say I was wrong, but I still don't think it's going to happen.
well, I just want to know how long it's going to be until they cover up his neck tattoo.
Oh, 91. Probably, he, allegedly he's getting like $5 million a year, so that's enough money to go get it removed.
Yikes! I don't know.
It's probably,
Can you remove something that bad?
yeah, a couple sessions. They, it's probably part of his contract. Okay, you're gonna debut here. We need you to get that thing off your neck.
That would be a good decision, actually, is if he did away with that. I can't believe Tony Khan didn't talk about that. Like, dude, do you really want to look like a grocery store checkout person, cashier?
It was definitely weird. I mean, but now I've gotten used to it. Like I don't even notice it now.
I do. It
But
sticks out like a sore thumb. It's like he has a growth on his neck.
it's very colorful.
It's hideous.
But we'll
Yeah,
see if the neck tattoo shows up, or if they. I mean, if they can't make up over it, because if he starts sweating, it's gonna come off.
right. They'll do a thing where Kane choke slams him and he has to wear a neck brace forever.
Or he's gonna have to paint his neck.
Yeah.
Go back to Stardust. We need Stardust. Give me
Yeah.
$5 million to be Stardust a year.
Now, now, Cody, I know to come in and do your AEW shtick, and haha, it was pretty good. But you know what the crowd really needs is start. That's some good shit, man.
Yeah, it's good shit. Or like night one, he comes back as Cody, and then the next night on Raw, he's Stardust. It gives some speech about wanting to be his true self. I'm not Cody Rhodes.
uh,
I
but
remember
hey,
when the Stardust thing was when he kept giving all those promos, and then yeah, that's what came out with Stardust, and it's like, this is a joke, right?
That, quite frankly, I think his promos are the worst part of his game. I don't like Cody Rhodes promos
You don't like him now?
at all. Him. Just the way he talks.
Oh, I mean, in AEW, he was giving pretty good promos. I mean, you got to
Mm.
get past the Cody Rhodes, the Rhodes thing. I wouldn't even say Cody, just the Rhodes thing. Even his daddy had that lisp.
Yeah, well, it's not even that. I don't know. He did. He just seems like he's versus speaking from the heart. He is speaking from the heart. It's just very mechanical and sterile. Well, like if you go back and listen to like a Dusty Rhodes promo, or hell, even a Rhodes promo, I don't know. There's soul offer, and I don't know.
Mm.
I just didn't. I don't get that with Cody's promos. Now his in-ring work is awesome. I
Well,
don't think I don't think he's as good as Dustin Gold Dust, but pretty darn close.
yeah, his promo game has gotten a lot better. Definitely. I mean, I didn't follow him in New Japan and ROH and all that, but in AEW, his promos definitely gotten a lot better.
Mm,
They're very, very passionate.
we'll agree to disagree.
Did you hear? You were hearing his AEW stuff?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I caught a couple of them. I mean, it's his delivery. The
Okay.
promos,
Okay.
if you like the promos, you like the promos. Just for me, it, it just seemed like the same type of promos as when he was telling people to put bags on their faces. Just the delivery.
Well, we'll see if he's scripted or not. And
Oh,
boy,
he's
I'll be able
scripted.
to tell.
He was scripted in AEW.
Oh,
Don't,
no, he wasn't. They don't
yeah, he
do
was.
scripts there.
Yeah, they do.
They don't.
They do.
They don't.
He scripts. He scripts his promos.
He scripts them. They're not scripted.
What's the
There's a
difference?
difference.
No, a script is a script. You're going off. You're going on paper. Just going with the moment, like
So
they
the
used to
difference
do.
is in WWE, they hand you what you're going to say. And then you have like 30 minutes or whatever, 2 hours to memorize all that. And then you go out there and do it. As opposed to what they do in AEW. And we can go into a little bit story about that. But what they do in AEW is you have certain points that you need to get over, but they let you go do your own thing. Now, the story about that is there was a wrestler a couple months back, Big Swole. She was complaining because she was saying that they weren't scripting her, so she was put out there to fail on her promos because that wasn't her strong point. So she put that on AEW. It's like, hey, you should be helping us write scripts. It's like, no, you shouldn't. Like Ric
Well,
Flair says, no one's gonna tell me how to be Ric Flair.
you can't ways.
What was
You
that?
either you can't have it both ways. You either have the AE or not AEW, WWE way of doing things where they tell you how to do it, or you tell them to do it, but you can't
Yeah,
with the expectation that you're responsible for how you want to do it, and when they don't do it for you.
yeah. I mean, that's how I think that's how it should be done. You should be able to go out there and get yourself over. Get yourself over.
And she's dumb because she doesn't want them writing her shit.
Yeah, you can't. Even so, Triple H when he did NXT, he didn't script their promos. He just gave them. He did it old school. He gave them bullet points, and this is what I want you to get across. Now take it and
Man,
run with it.
I miss NXT.
I do too.
That was some
I
good
think
shit.
that was. If you don't remember Triple H for his in-ring work, that early NXT stuff, that was probably. Some would argue that, and this is legit. Some people are arguing that what he did with NXT was better than what he did in the ring.
Well, absolutely. Because what he did in the ring will always have an asterisk, regardless of whether or not it's
Because of the Stephanie McMahon thing.
yeah.
But then yeah, so what he did in NXT, there was a point where that was just like the best wrestling on TV. And they
Oh,
weren't even on TV, they were on the network.
without a doubt, the best wrestling. Then
And that's what,
unfortunately, all the good people were turned into jokes. I think Kevin Owens might be well, the Shield.
and yeah, that's the thing. You were telling me about that, and I didn't understand. And then I started to see it
What do you
because
mean?
you were watching NXT before me,
Oh,
and you would say, they go to the main roster and get ruined. And then I
yeah,
started watching NXT, and I'm like, oh, this is what he meant.
yeah.
Because as they started debuting, didn't they just like get changed? Like, why get changed? We've started liking these characters the way they are
And it's
in NXT.
their own people. It's not. That's the thing. It's not like they're coming from ROH or something. It's their own people. It's their own names. It's their own brand.
Yeah, and they're
We're
changing it, changing their music, and change it to like I always say, some of these musics is just like they went to the video game and went to Superstar number 7, and then it's like that's your new theme music.
right.
That generic ass theme music they have underneath
Mm-hmm.
all the actual themes
Yep.
when you create a character.
Like darkness,
Yeah,
light,
and it's
vamp,
just like this super generic shit.
Olympian, dick smacker on the table.
Yeah, and it's always just like this super generic, but and that's what they're doing to these people. They go to NXT. I'm like Aleister Black,
Yeah, you liked him. I
Karen
never.
Cross. You never saw Karen Cross.
No, I never
He's
watched a single match of his.
This guy debuted. His debut, like his entrance on that debut was like so cinematic, or it's like I wouldn't say it's cinematic, but it was like I would say up there with like a Undertaker-esque type entrance.
Carrying cross.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me paint a little picture for you here.
Sure.
Um, the it's a gray overlay. So he comes out and well, first his wife comes out. She's wearing like black leather. She has like long fingernails, like almost like a witch type deal. She sings his theme music. She actually sung the theme music, so she comes out. She's lip syncing to the theme music, and then he comes out, and there's like all this smoke coming, and he's standing in the smoke, and his arms are crossed. People in the crowd are people in the crowd are chanting "Fall and Pray" because that's his little thing. So it's like this chant's going on, and then he walks to the ring, and yeah, it's just like this over the top thing, but it was great.
It's cross.
Yes. And then he gets to the main roster. They put him in the super shredder mask, take his wife away, who's still singing his theme song because they didn't change the theme music until they did.
Mm-hmm.
And all the lights are gone, all the smoke's gone, the fallen prey chant's gone. It's just him walking out in the super shredder mask.
Do you remember Neville?
Yeah.
They wanted to make him into like a Mighty Mouse. Nikki asked. Oh, let's take a look.
She didn't she didn't get it, so I mean he didn't get it, so she got it. Oh,
Oh,
you watching
okay.
it?
Yeah. I don't want to play too much because
Yeah. You're gonna get us demonetized.
Yeah, I don't want that to happen.
That's
Oh, he just
already
came out of
enough right
nowhere.
there.
Where did he come from?
See, it was such a big thing.
She reminds me of Luna Vachon.
I remember her. She's Scarlett's a little bit more attractive. Oh,
That was
okay.
kind of
A
cool.
lot more attractive.
Well, yeah. Well,
I never got into Luna Vachon. You know, the shaved head thing. It wasn't making it for me.
I don't know. I saw an interview of hers, and that's
And
pretty
she was
neat.
always making that face, the little scrunched up face.
Yeah.
So you couldn't really like see her. Yeah, she was always in that.
Yeah, that was a nice debut, or that was a nice entrance. Finn Balor's is his first demon entrance might be what I've seen.
Oh yeah, the demon thing was
Was.
to behold. They don't even do the demon anymore. Well, he didn't want to do it anymore. I
Why
think
not?
he should have kept it. Or he just said he was, past that character, I guess. Like,
That's
that's
what
not
got
really
him.
his character.
That's what got him over. Um, when he was in New Japan, and like he'd have different characters. Like he did a massacre type entrance and zombie
Hmm.
and a vampire. Like when you get some free time, look up like that entrances.
Well, it's definitely. I mean, I didn't see him in New Japan, of course, because it's New Japan. But I did see it in the NXT. He came out. I didn't know what it was. Like, it was such a big deal at the time, the Demon. But I
Yeah.
did like it.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, the drawback is stuff he would do a different character um, with his stuff in NXT and on the main roster. It was just the same demon thing. It got kind of stale, so I could see why he wouldn't want to do it anymore.
Oh,
Like he doesn't have that
I mean,
creativity.
we should never see the Demon character again after the last fiasco. They had him. So the last time he became the Demon, he was in a feud with Roman Reigns.
Oh, okay.
Um, so he gets he he takes a loss to Roman Reigns, and
Like you do.
he's out. Uh, there was like a post-match beatdown, right? So he's laying outside on the floor, face down, and they play like the first little beat of his song, like when it starts with the little heartbeat for the demon.
Huh?
So they
They
play the
didn't.
heartbeat, and he like flops like a fish,
Oh no.
and then he lays back, then he goes back still. Then the heart beats again. Then he flops like a fish, and then I was like, okay, this is the end of that character.
They just they really know how to kill something, don't they?
They do. Vince McMahon destroys.
God damn. That's the dumbest shit I've fucking heard. Who? Somebody had to say it to other people, and those people had to say it to Vince McMahon, and not one of those motherfucking people said, that's the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, maybe this isn't a good idea.
We're gonna have
Speaking
him
of not
flop
good
like a fish
ideas,
to his heartbeats.
yeah,
He's gonna be
he's
SpongeBob.
the the heartbeats bringing him to life or something. I don't know.
So
I don't
did
know what
he
they were
turn?
thinking there.
Did he go under the ring and then come back out as the demon?
No, the smoke came,
Oh, and
and
he
then I
disappeared.
guess he turned into the demon in that. I don't know how he
How
did it, but I
the
think that might have been like a pre-recorded thing.
Oh, okay.
If I want to remember, I think it was during the Thunderdome era, like when there wasn't fans, so
Oh, okay.
they could
So you
do
can
like
get away with that.
pre-recorded shit.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Well, you know what? At least that makes sense.
yeah. He's
From
just
you know, entertainment standpoint, I guess.
yeah. It's just like the image of him flopping face down,
Oh my god, yeah.
kicking his legs and hands back.
Well, he were the same after he won the title and got hurt. Then it was like, no,
Lost him.
never mind.
Well,
Lose it?
he's
I
the
thought he won
champion
it.
right now.
Oh, is he?
Well, not the champion. He's a champion.
Oh,
He's the United States champion,
doesn't count.
and Mr. Ricochet is the Intercontinental champion. And if you ask, oh, They're champions, mid-card champions. What are they doing at WrestleMania? That's a good question. They're not doing anything.
Oh,
They're
good.
not even going to be on the card.
Well, it's more important to have Seth Rollins do something.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's just no room for them. You know, they got to get Logan Paul and The Miz versus the Mysterios on there, or
Yeah.
Johnny Knoxville. Doesn't even matter who he's against. He's against Sami Zayn, but Johnny Knoxville.
Or
They got
Pat
to get his segment on there.
versus Austin Theory.
Yeah, Pat McAfee. They got to get it. They got to get him on there. Um, this women's tag team match, which seemingly, and well, it's literally just like women thrown together to make a tag team, and I put that in quotes
Yeah. There's like
just to get them on the show. And you're doing all this, and you can't get the Intercontinental Champion
they have
on the.
a women's tag team match too.
Mm-hmm.
Is that and it's just God, that's gonna be cluttered.
And it shouldn't even be on the show. That's
No,
that's another thing. Let's look at the. Let's go through the WrestleMania card.
I don't
And
think.
and uh
I was gonna say I don't think any women's wrestling should be on the show, but that's just me.
well, you know, they gotta.
They don't have to. They are.
No, they have to.
No, they don't have to. They are.
When you're a company that big, you have to.
Elon Musk wouldn't.
So, I mean, Dana White does.
No, he
He does a
doesn't.
fighting promotion.
Well, he did like all the
Think I want to watch Amanda Nunez? No,
Amanda Nunez fight.
I don't know. That's just the only one I know.
Oh, dude, you should watch her fight, especially her fight against Ronda. It was insane. Did you ever watch Ronda fight?
I did.
Were you ever like with how she fought?
Hmm.
Were you were you ever like, oh wow, she won in like 15 seconds. She's a badass. Did you ever get into the
Yeah,
hype?
I did.
Okay, so Amanda Nunez made her look like it was her first day.
Well, at that point, she was already done. She got caught by Holly Holm. That was the end of
No, no,
the
she didn't get
Rousey.
caught. She got beat by Holly Holm.
Yeah,
Holly
that was the end
Holm
of her.
systematically beat her. There's no
And
way.
you notice in UFC, you always like these people. They catch fire. They start winning. They start winning. They start winning. And then once they lose, they kind of like fall off the face of the planet.
I don't know. I think a lot of it has to do with your mystique.
Like one of my favorite runs was Anderson Silva. You know, he would beat everybody, do the whole thing where his hands are down and just dodging punches, then knocking people out. And then he lost to Weidman, and then from that point it was just like downhill. This was not the broken leg one. I think, or was it? Maybe it was.
I didn't
Where
see
he
too
broke
much of
his.
Anderson Silva.
Oh, I watched his last couple fights, or even like well, John Jones. He got in trouble off the field
I'm not a fan
per
of
se.
his.
You don't like him?
Not really, no. I know I'm in the minority in that
he was
a real.
exciting. Conor McGregor is another one.
Uh,
You know, he brought people in, like, he was transcendent, essentially.
he always seemed just all talk. Now, I know that there's really good fights with Nate Diaz, and I mean, the second one where he beat him. I mean, he definitely earned that victory. I mean, he's no chump, but aside from that Aldo fight and a win against Nate
Well,
Diaz in a rematch, I mean, that's kind of all he has.
I guess that was
People,
my thing. When I go, when I get into UFC for someone,
mm-hmm.
uh, I always want to see like the people who are just killing people. I don't want to see them go, 3 5 minute rounds. I want it over in like first round, a couple minutes in, just knocking someone out.
In this fight,
Oh, broken up again.
well, aside from the Aldo fight, the one the where he said he was going to knock him out,
Ended.
and he did. Yeah, yeah. That's the only one he really has.
No, he had a lot of knockouts. I mean, that was the only one he called, essentially.
Yeah, but that's
But he's stopping a lot of people.
a big fight.
Well, no, just
Okay.
I mean, when he won the title, he was champion in two divisions at one point. He's knocking two divisions out. But his matches were always like a stop in some way. Even when he lost, they were
But you're
stopped. They didn't go the distance.
you were.
Huh?
I said you were breaking up this time.
Oh, look at us, huh?
Professional.
I know. Welcome to the show. Hit that subscribe button. I was just saying, his his matches were always or his fights, not matches. We're talking about UFC. They're always a stoppage of some sort.
No.
But I have the WrestleMania card pulled up here. We can talk about it a little bit. So night one, which will be Saturday, and we will be live for it, by the way. Don't forget that. Hit that subscribe button because yeah, you'll be able to see us there. Full review. So night one, we have Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. Becky, I agree. Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair.
See my see my reaction. Charlotte and Ronda.
Um, Edge versus AJ Styles is probably the best match on the card for that
Possibly.
night.
I haven't seen Edge wrestle since he came back. Is he still Edge?
Um, yeah. I mean, he wrestles with a story, so that's what I like about it. It's not just a spot fest.
Right. No, I mean Edge was like Edge. He was one of those people that you didn't miss until he left, though,
Yeah,
which was unfortunate.
yeah, for sure. Um,
But
we
yeah, I
have the
wouldn't mind.
Mysterios.
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing an Edge. I think that'd be a good match.
Um, the Mysterios versus
It doesn't matter.
The Miz and Logan Paul.
It doesn't
Now,
matter.
if you have anything to do, that's the match to go do it. Like if you need to cook dinner, you need to go to the grocery store, whatever you need to do, that's the match to do it in.
Well,
And
all you had to say was Mysterio's. No, don't get me wrong. Rey Mysterio is a legend. He's one of the most entertaining, greatest wrestlers there ever will be. But I don't want to see his fucking kid.
well, I don't want to see the Miz wrestle at all.
Well, yeah, that's just an extra turd on the shit Sunday.
And it gets even better. And I put that in quotes because you have Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin
Oh boy,
for like the 900th time.
is he still around?
Yeah.
Jesus. How is
And
it?
then
How is it that
mhm,
they released Bray Wyatt, but Happy Corbin,
still
it's
made it.
fucking stupid company. I tell you, man.
Because you gotta find a way to make money.
Uh,
So
we got
apparently
this.
the story.
We got this entertaining Wyatt who, if we just give him a little bit of rope, he could make us millions. Let's get rid of him though. We got this balding guy with no figure. Let's put him
Yeah,
on
he does what we
WrestleMania.
say. Well, apparently the story with Bray Wyatt is, he created the Fiend character, and then at some point Vince McMahon wanted to like take over it, and Bray's like, "No, this is my thing." So creative differences, I would say. So I was like,
Yeah,
"All right, you want to do it? I'll give it to someone else, and you're out." Like they wanted to take over what he was doing with it. They wanted to change. Vince McMahon said, "I like what you're doing, but let's do it my way instead."
yeah.
Like what you allegedly said. No, it's kind of no need to talk shop on there. Um, okay, and then we have the Usos versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs. That's night one. So
Wait.
yeah,
Who?
Rick Boogs.
Who the fuck is that?
Um, yeah, that's about right. So I don't know if he was in NXT he was in NXT like very shortly. I don't know if you remember him, Rick Bugenhagen, like the
No.
air guitar guy.
Uh.
Oh, well, he was
Okay.
in NXT for like a very short time. Then he got hurt for a while. Then he came back to the main roster. They paired him with Shinsuke Nakamura for no reason at all.
Yeah. There's no reason at all what they're doing with him. They had the best wrestler, Shinsuke. Um, they're stupid company.
I know they they ruined him.
Oh, boy, did they.
I remember he was such a big deal coming out with the little the entrance, his little theme music, and then the bend backwards thing.
Yeah. Check out Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah, I remember him there, or on that show, on one of the shows.
Yeah, that's actually how I heard of him. Is match at Wrestle Kingdom, and yeah, he was really cool.
Yeah, he was one that stuck out to me when he was in New Japan. Again, I didn't watch too much New Japan, but I did watch some. Him, Okada,
Yeah.
but
Although it was hard to follow. I mean, obviously, one, I don't speak Japanese, so that kind of puts a damper on things as far as trying to keep up with. I don't know. Well, I like it looked like
yeah, but he did stick out.
who's that?
When you're watching a show and Nakamura,
Oh yeah,
when you're watching a show that's not even in English and that's your only language, and you remember that guy,
yeah.
then you know something was right.
You know what I like about New Japan is they look like anime characters in real life.
Absolutely, they do. They take they take inspiration from that. Oh,
Was you said that
oh,
was night one?
yeah, that's night one, and we're gonna be
Okay.
live. Oh, final thing
So
is
night one is Edge and
yeah, and then the KO show with Stone Cold. That's the other thing.
yeah, which at first they made it sound like it was a wrestling match, which I was excited for. But if it's just gonna be some gay, some stupid show, I
Well,
mean,
it took us 7 episodes. We had a good run.
just saying, it's some dumbass show. I don't want to do it. I don't need to spit or whatever Chris Jericho's stupid shit was.
Oh, yeah, I get you. Well, we'll definitely see, and we'll review
Highlight
it
reel.
here. Um, so run through night two real quick here. We have the women's tag match that we're talking about. I'm not even gonna name everybody in it. Doesn't even matter.
Nope.
Just know it's a fatal four-way tag team match. So, okay, I'll name it. Every woman on the roster that's not in the
It's
singles
not.
match.
Yeah.
There you go. We got McAfee versus Austin Theory. We got RK Bro versus the Street Profits and the Alpha Academy. Um, Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville.
Oh my god.
And Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for the championship. That's night two
That's it.
so far. Yeah, that's it.
Uh, so Edge and AJ Styles is the only match at WrestleMania. Sounds remotely interesting. I don't want to see.
Pretty much.
I don't want to see Reigns and Lesnar again. They just wrestled.
They've been wrestling since November. And
Yeah.
we've already done this WrestleMania match like twice.
Right. It's done. It's over with. I don't care if he has a man bun or not. Lesnar, Russell Reigns again. And the fact that
Now
Roman
this,
Reigns is in another WrestleMania main event is just atrocious.
well, this is supposed to lead to next year's WrestleMania. That's the only payoff we're getting on that,
Would
which
lead
is
to
supposed to
what?
be him versus The Rock.
I'll believe it when
Yeah, I mean, The Rock is so busy. Apparently, there's contract things with his one of his 1 million movies he has out, or that he'll have out at the time.
yeah.
So he might not even get insurance thing. He can't wrestle while he's filming movies. So
I see The Rock. wrestle again. Why don't
Well, that's his one thing. So that means Roman Reigns is keeping the title for another year until we get to that match, or allegedly. Maybe he loses. I don't know, but that's what the idea there is.
you know what I want them to do? I want them to turn Roman Reigns. What is he? He's heel right now, right?
Yeah.
I want them to turn him face. I want him to say, you know what? I've been an asshole this past however long I've been in heel, but I mean, it's time to show you guys that I really you deserve to have this belt around my waist. And then he just starts doing things the right way, and he starts, you know, when. Meanwhile, in NXT, you have some badass that just fucks everybody up, right? Then he gets elevated to the main roster, and he just fucks everybody on their main roster up until there's no one left to fuck up except for Roman. But they don't mean it just anywhere because it's a big match, right? WrestleMania.
Yeah.
How is that? How is that not more than The Rock coming back at 60 years old?
Is that how old he is?
I don't know. I may be excited.
I mean, the man's in shape though. I'll give him that.
Okay. So is Chuck Norris. Should we put him in the ring?
Remember when he was at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the idea. You should be building someone, and then it would make this whole Roman Reigns reign make sense. Like you've created this new star,
Yeah.
but
I
you know,
don't mind Lesnar being around, but because he's legit. But I mean, you can build somebody up. Why is the new thing that you're building to going to be your hot young star? He's Roman Reigns is still young, feuding with some guy from the Attitude. The people in the Attitude Era are dying right now. I mean,
because they don't build new stars.
yeah, it's just I have zero interest
Like
in seeing The Rock.
realistically, Drew McIntyre should be, you know, facing Roman Reigns, not Happy Corbin in the bathroom break match.
Didn't they already wrestle too?
Oh, so many times.
Okay,
Are you talking about Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns?
yeah.
Yeah, they wrestled once, and they had an awesome match.
Oh, okay. I thought they had like a back and forth,
No,
just a one
they
off.
had one off Survivor Series. It was a champion versus champion
Oh, okay,
match because you know that's what they do on Survivor Series now, as
sure.
opposed to traditional Survivor Series matches. That makes the show relevant. So many changes.
So this is a unifying match between uh, Roman Reigns and right. So they're going to have the brand split, or is this going to be like when Cena was the champion way back when and he just did both shows?
That remains to be seen.
Okay.
Um, you would think this would lead to them ending the brand split, but on the other hand, they have two networks that they need to keep happy, and I don't
Right.
think they would be happy losing their show
Well,
or losing their exclusivity to some athletes.
do you think they care?
Yes.
It's not like it's Patrick Mahomes. Do you think they give a fuck if Dolph Ziggler is on SmackDown or?
Fox cares. Yes. Like
Okay.
they're very they're very hands on with like their thing because they paid a lot of money for SmackDown. So they're like, oh, you have this wrestler, we want this wrestler, we want Ronda Rousey, we want Charlotte Flair, we want Roman Reigns, we want Brock Lesnar.
Yep, Brock Lesnar he shows up on Raw too.
Yeah, he's the champion on Raw, but he's been on SmackDown more than he's been on Raw. I won't even lie. Like since he's won the title, he has been on SmackDown more times than he's been on Raw.
Well, I guess my point is that you could not have a brand split and still maintain both shows. And if you have to
You
have one,
can.
huh,
I said you absolutely can, but the networks don't know that. They don't know that much about it. All they see
well,
is why are these athletes not on our show?
they can still be on the show. They're gonna be on both shows.
Don't shoot the messenger, man.
Um,
I'm just telling you what they're saying.
okay, fair enough.
I'm not agreeing with it. I agree with you. They should split these brand. They should end this brand split. You don't need
So,
four tag teams total on each show. You know, one division with 8 tag teams is a lot better. The women's division, I just told you, the tag
I
team
don't care about
match
the
is
women's
like,
division. That I don't know.
okay. Well, I'm just saying for the audience, the women's
He's gonna
division,
say it.
for the women's division, I said there's 2 singles matches, and then there's a tag team matches, which is every other woman not in one of the singles matches. So that's not enough for division, 2 divisions.
So get rid of it. Don't they basically have the? Oh no, they have two champions too. Never mind.
Yeah,
My
and
bad.
there's like 8 total women.
Yeah.
No, my math's off there. Yeah, yeah. There's not enough women for 2 divisions. We'll just say that. Now, on the other hand, it does like take opportunities away from everybody because if there's just one champion now, people like Big E or um, people like Big E, Drew McIntyre, now they don't get the title because there's only one.
Well,
And I don't know if they're trusted enough to think they're the flag bearer of the company.
they're bringing in 50-year-old men to main event WrestleMania. I don't think the spots are. They just need to apply themselves.
That's because they don't trust. The Giants are coming back on this game. Anyway, come on, Cowboys. This is what you do in real life, too. They say it's a simulation, but playing really close to real life.
Yeah. Although last year, uh, Baker Mayfield had a lights out game, and yeah.
We got time to hit on this free agent stuff?
Yeah. Are we done with wrestling?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. I guess there's nothing else to say about it. WrestleMania is gonna suck. It sucked for a while. It's gonna
Yeah,
suck
so
next year. They're not gonna build anybody new. Some celebrity's gonna take the spotlight.
They're
It's
gonna
just,
bring back part timers.
yeah, it's just, who cares?
I mean, good for them. They get their payday, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't
And
hate.
but then you have people who've been working all year, Ricochet, Finn Balor, champions, and they don't even get on the card.
Yeah, they
I
don't
mean,
even get. There's 2 nights and they they can't even think about that.
just think of the lineage of the Intercontinental Champion. You got Mr. Perfect. I remember there was a match with the Macho Man and the Ultimate Warrior, one of the many matches they had. And that was for the Intercontinental Champion, and they got it was like a 30-minute match they had.
Yeah.
Um, you have like Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon
Yep.
Intercontinental Championship, and like,
Honky Tonk Man and Ultimate Warrior.
yeah, it's like some memorable moments for the Intercontinental Championship. Um, wasn't wasn't the match between the Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and um, the Macho
Savage.
Man? Yeah, wasn't that for the
Um,
Intercontinental title?
I want to say
WrestleMania
it
3?
was. I wasn't. I was gonna bring it up. I wasn't 100% sure. I think it was.
Yeah, I'm 90% sure it was.
Yeah.
And that was WrestleMania 3. Um, people call that one of the better WrestleMania matches for the Intercontinental Championship.
Sure.
All that now it's fallen to not even getting on one of two nights.
Well, it's been a joke for a while, so who cares? They don't care. Whatever.
Now it's just merchandise.
The only thing I they unify the belt. They redesign, not look so stupid.
Mm. Well, I'm sure Cody Rhodes will have it soon, the Intercontinental title,
Yeah.
and that's all he'll have. But you're getting $5 million, so there's that. I just
Do they
hope
still
that's
have the
that's a good choice
24/7
they've
title?
done. They do. Now,
Who's
if the 24/7 title gets on the WrestleMania card and the Intercontinental Championship doesn't, I want to blow a lid.
who's the
I'm not
24/7?
giving. It doesn't matter. I don't even know.
Okay. All right. Uh.
Honestly, I don't know. It's like I've lost track.
Okay. Fair enough.
They're kind of doing like a tag team thing with it right now.
Oh,
It's not our truth. I can
poor.
tell you that.
That's dumb. Well, anyway, I designed the belt because the current one is just ugly and atrocious.
Which one?
The the championship.
I know which one.
They look the same.
Oh, the World Championship.
Yeah, the heavyweight, the major one.
Yeah.
I don't like that stupid W. I wish they bring back the wing eagle
Oh, we're far away from that.
or the globe. That'd be great. Instead of making it look like a toy. I guess that's the just
Yeah.
whatever. Anyway, free agency.
Yeah. Free agency is so. We were talking about bad choices earlier, and it brings up if I have a full-time job right now, and I enjoy the job. Well,
Hmm.
let's say one day something happens where I decided that I no longer like my full-time job. What I would do in that case, and what most people would do in that case, is they'll go looking for a new job, and once they find a new job, then they'll go quit their job that they currently hate and start the new job. It doesn't even appear that Baker Mayfield made that same choice. What it would appear is he asked to be traded
Yep.
with no prospects on the horizon. Now,
Well,
reason I
I
say
think
that, uh,
I think he overestimates his. Well, maybe he didn't overestimate his. I think he overestimated the urgency in which want his talents.
well, at this point, I don't even think he's going to be starting.
You never
He's
know.
looking at a backup thing now.
If he goes to Seattle,
I guess that is an option for him.
if he goes to Seattle, if he goes to
Which
either New
one?
York, either one.
They have someone.
Who
Well, the Giants have Daniel Jones. Their
is he better than
jury's
Baker?
still out. Jury's still out on that. He's only
No,
like 3 years in the league.
Baker's just about just fine.
Um, and then the Jets have Sam Darnold.
Jets don't have
No,
Sam Darnold,
see,
and Baker's
they
better
have
than Sam Darnold.
what's that guy's name? Zach Miller? No, what's his name? I don't even know. Zach Moore? Zach something.
I thought it was Zach Wilson.
There you go. Zach something. Zach Wilson. They have Zach Wilson.
Which is Baker's better than.
Well, jury's still out on that. See, the thing is, they're young, right? Daniel Jones, 3 years.
Baker.
Zach Wilson, this is his second year. So you can't, as a team, you can't make a switch that quick. You have to
Cleveland
like let
did.
it play out at that point. Well, I mean, he's been around like 5 years, hasn't he?
No, he's been around 4 years.
Yeah, that's enough. You get 3 years to prove yourself, traditionally. That's
Yeah,
like the status quo.
when you said Daniel Jones has been in the league.
This will be his third year coming up.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
so,
No, because I think because didn't Baker talk his rookie year? Look this up. You won't make me talk amongst
yeah.
yourselves. But, uh, but I mean, what else? He can't stay in Cleveland.
He can't. The Saints, they've renewed with famous Jameis
3 years
Winston for Jones or Mayfield.
for Jones.
This is his third year, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, see?
he's 3-9, 5-9, 4 for his team records. His first he threw for 24 touchdowns. 2020 he threw for 11 touchdown passes, and this year for 10.
Oh,
So he sucks. Baker's better.
so he's not the guy, yeah. But they haven't made a change either, so there's that.
Let's see,
They
Zach
also
Wilson.
need to make a change. Now, Zach Wilson, he just got there. That was his first year last year.
Okay, so we'll he could go. He could go to the Panthers. He's better than Sam Darnold.
Well, they've already said no to that.
I, I'm just saying. Well,
Mutually
they
said no. Whatever that
um
even means. Like, why is the trade even there if they're mutually saying no?
right.
Like, who's making the trade if
He could go to the Falcons.
Falcons is a place, destination?
I know
I
they
don't know
just
if it's a good one, but it's a
for
destination.
for some reason they were all excited about Marcus Mariota going there. I don't know why. He could go to Tennessee. They get rid of Tannehill.
Mm, they win with Tannehill.
They could win with Baker.
See, I think he's out of options.
Well, yeah,
Well, I would say
he,
he's definitely out of options of winning teams.
he's not out of. Here's the thing: he's not out of options because teams aren't interested. He's not getting any bites because they know that Cleveland just has to release him. They're not gonna for dead weight.
I mean, they don't have to. They can keep him.
Yeah,
They still
that'll
don't know how
work out.
this. They still don't know how this Watson thing's gonna play out. They
I really
they
hope
have uh-huh.
if that does happen and he does end up staying and having to sit, all I don't think it will. And in fact, I'd bet money it doesn't. But if that is the case, I really do hope Odell comes back. Just just so he can watch his team win without him.
It'll be quite the turnaround for him.
Yeah,
And whatever's happening with Landry over there.
Landry who?
Jarvis Landry.
Oh Jesus, they let him go.
Well, I read something where apparently he's like trying to resign.
Oh, I don't know.
I guess since they got Deshaun, he's like, yeah, you know what? I think I think I'll sign with you again.
I'll take a little pay cut.
Yeah. So I don't know where we're going with that, but Mayfield is definitely he, he stuck his foot in his mouth way too early. He should have
Well, yeah.
had this all. He got all in his feelings when he should have waited on that.
Well, the Browns kind of forced his hand though. They did publicly another quarterback and make an offer to him without really. I mean, they at the end of the season they affirmed Baker was his guy, was their guy, and how they were confident in winning and moving forward with him. And then, you know, they're all over Deshaun Watson's nuts. Not only are they
I mean,
all over Deshaun Watson's nuts, they make him an offer than what you're making to be a starting quarterback of your team, and these are your bosses. No, he had to ask for a trade. He can't play there anymore.
look at Matt Ryan, who's now he signed with the Colts.
Yeah,
Matt Ryan, the 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 Falcons were pretty much they were the front runners for a while there for Watson.
yeah. Well, they burned their
Atlanta,
bridge with they burned their bridge with Matt Ryan too. The only difference is the Colts wanted somebody proven versus taking a gamble again. That's the
Well,
only
what I'm
reason why.
saying is, um, they do the Watson, or they're front runners for Watson. They said they weren't gonna, extend or pick up Ryan's contract. So they're pretty much saying, hey, anybody but Ryan is gonna be the quarterback. And you don't hear a peep out of the guy. Like he doesn't say, yeah, you know what, I want out of here. Like he let it all play out in front of him.
They did ask for a trade. He,
Publicly?
Baker didn't publicly trade, did he?
Well, I mean,
All
by
Baker said,
publicly I mean like being
all
reported that he wants to be traded.
yeah. How else would we find out to be traded?
Fair enough, but saying it
what
could have been
happened? What happened with Matt
handled a
Ryan was
lot
the same.
differently.
What happened with Matt Ryan was the same exact thing that happened with. The only difference is that there was a team willing to pick up Matt Ryan right away versus Mayfield.
Well, it worked out for him.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, we'll
and
see.
if you didn't catch that, he's in Indianapolis now.
Yeah.
Um, some other big moves. Devontae Adams
Well, we
goes
just
to.
we just blew right past Matt Ryan, huh?
I said he's in Indianapolis now. What else am I supposed to say about it?
Well, how does that affect the AFC South?
I don't think it does at all. I don't think the chips move anywhere. I think it's still the Titans' game.
You think so?
Yeah.
You don't think the Colts are better?
Um. I mean, who's he throwing it to?
Isn't still on that team?
I mean, maybe they get a little better. I don't see them competing though on the highest level.
Hmm. I guess
I think it's still the Titans division.
you don't think the Jaguars are going to come back.
No. I think they're going to be in the running for first round pick again.
What do you make of Trevor Lawrence?
I don't know. I haven't seen enough of him play. I'll be honest with you there.
Okay.
I didn't watch 1 second of the Jaguars.
Did the stupid shit that Urban was doing. Apparently, he's still in mid. He did something else.
What do you do?
I don't know.
Well,
What? It was something so stupid. What the fuck? Something about people on the from the south not getting something. I don't know. Dumb.
he's just guaranteeing that he doesn't even make it to
No, this was
anywhere.
no. This is one of those situations where he said it in the past, but he's got to pay for it years later.
I don't know. One of those.
Yeah.
Because Google doesn't forget.
No.
And if there's something, they're gonna find it. Them being, never mind.
Yeah. So he said Devonte Adams. He went to the Raiders, right?
Yes, he goes to the Raiders.
Okay. Now they're saying that's a hindrance for the Packers, but I seem to remember Rodgers still being a superstar and Super Bowl favorite uh, when they had nobody at receiver, when they had Randall Cobb. So I mean,
Yeah, he made Randall Cobb a superstar.
I don't see how it's I don't know, as detrimental as they're saying. I mean, obviously you throw it to, but maybe that's just me.
Well, I think they just look for a reason to hate on Rodgers.
Yeah, they don't
But
like him.
remember this name, chat. Everybody, remember this name, Equanimous St. Brown. That's going to be your next receiver you're going to be talking about in Green Bay.
Yeah.
Or is it Almore? I don't know. It's one of the St. Browns. Uh, it was so good, and then I had to question myself.
Where's he from?
USC.
Okay, so pretty good.
But, I mean, his brother in Detroit had a breakout year better, but he had glimpses, right? He had a couple of big games when Devontae Adams wasn't even on the team, or he was hurt. So I, I think it's Equanimous St. Brown, and then his brother's Almore.
Well, it seems like receivers nowadays are kind of like running backs for a couple breakout years, but then they'll either get greedy or they'll miss a step and then they'll go to another team and they'll just kind of disappear. Like you look at Antonio Brown, um, Juju Smith-Schuster did that. Who's the guy from the Falcons?
Julio,
Yeah,
who apparently he might end up with the Colts. I don't know where he is now.
I think he got released.
But yeah, he might end up with the Colts. A little reunion with Matt Ryan. Now, if they get him, that might that might change my opinion. I might I might say I mean, I don't know though. The Titans, Derrick Derrick Henry, he's just there's just something about that guy. He's just like magical.
Well, if he was so magical, they'd have a Super Bowl ring.
I mean, he's not that magical.
Mm.
You still have Tannehill.
So going back to Devontae though, he has Derek Carr thrown to him. To me, that doesn't seem like that much of an upgrade. Aaron Rodgers, which I guess my point is I don't know how.
It's a downgrade of that. You're downgrading from Aaron Rodgers to Derek Carr.
You think that's a downgrade?
It's a downgrade, yeah.
Okay. I think they're about the same, personally.
Derek Carr was on the brink of getting released
But
back when Gruden was still the coach.
and has been on the on the brink of retirement and getting traded forever. So
Not traded. Well, not traded from their end, traded from his end. He was asking for a trade,
yeah.
as opposed to someone saying, "I don't want you."
Well, I mean, it's still kind of the same.
You know, he was holding that grudge for whatever reason.
And then
Oh, because and let me tell you, Packers fan, don't be too quick to try to run Aaron Rodgers off, because Jordan Love is not the guy. So you still got to search for that.
I think
He's
so.
not the guy. Yes, I've seen enough of him. Packers fans should have seen enough of him to know
Okay.
it ain't him.
All right.
He's not the heir apparent.
Well, that's
Um,
pretty gloomy.
nah, just giving it to you real. Giving it to them real.
Well, the Packers are bound to have a run of mediocre quarterbacks. They can't get three in a row, can they?
Oh, yeah, it was gonna have to end at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're just gonna have to go through the rebuild, which I'm okay with. We don't need to compete against them every year. I want to see them down for a little bit, only a little bit though. I think the Packers are one of those teams you want to have be good for the
Oh, no
league.
doubt.
You know,
Absolutely. But,
need to be talking about the frozen tundra and all that in the playoffs.
yeah, that's 90% of Green Bay is the cold weather games.
Yeah.
So
So,
we've gone over our usual allotted hours. You want to keep going, or do you want to find a
we can
stopping point?
finish. We can finish up on this last piece of free agency news,
Okay.
and that being Tyreek Hill.
Ah, yeah,
He has moved from Kansas City, and he is now with the Dolphins.
yeah. And
Now,
this
this move,
100% money.
yes, he
And he
wanted to
was
be
on.
paid as the top guy, and he's now paid as the top guy. And by top guy, I mean the top receiver in the whole NFL.
Yeah.
And he's gotten that money. What do you trade off with? Well, now you don't have Patrick Mahomes throwing you the ball, you have Tua.
Yeah,
And
I'm into the so-called experts saying how it's a hit to Mahomes and the Chiefs, and I don't know. I mean, yeah, sure, you want a super duper fast receiver to throw to, but Mahomes is a difference maker.
he is, but that connection was also magical.
Sure, absolutely.
Um,
If
you
he
know,
can find.
he was the guy that would bail the little scram when Patrick Mahomes is scrambling,
Hmm.
and then he can just toss it up, and then you have Tyreek Hill who can run under it.
Well, now he's gonna have to find a way to get it.
Yeah, someone's gonna have to step up.
Yeah,
Um,
and they will.
but I think, yeah, Patrick Mahomes is gonna be fine. Tyreek Hill, on the other hand, he's gonna have to now prove that he's like a. I mean, maybe he still does his thing, but I think now he's gonna have to like prove more of him being a receiver, as
He's
in, he's gonna have to run his shorter routes. Because the running joke for Tua is that he can't throw it past 15 yards.
and
So you're gonna have,
and
short
that's sad.
passes. He's
Didn't he
gonna
win
have
a
to,
national championship at Alabama?
yeah.
Okay.
But
He was
you're
supposed to
gonna
be
have
like the
to,
too. Like they were sucking for him.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's supposed to be the guy.
sad.
And well, they did say he's the guy. So he was hurt
Yeah.
last year. Actually, I think he was hurt first year too. So they still believe in him. I personally don't. I think he's he's not the guy,
Well,
but
right now
they
he's
believe in
definitely
him.
from Mahomes, and I wouldn't. I think Tyreek Hill is just going to turn into Larry Fitzgerald or Calvin Johnson, just a talented guy on an average team or a bad team.
I think,
And there's going to be a lot of distraction with that team with that lawsuit that they're going through too.
yeah, there's that. But he's a. It's gonna be good to see this play out. He's a smaller guy, so he traditionally doesn't go over the middle.
Yeah,
Now, seemingly that's where he's gonna have to live is like those short over the middle stuff.
and he's going to have
So
to he's going to have to face Bill Belichick twice a year in Buffalo twice a year.
yeah, we didn't talk about Buffalo. They did pick up Von Miller,
Oh, did they? Oh yeah, they did.
so they got their pass rusher, which is a good move for them. Do you think with the with the loss of Tyreek Hill, all the changes that Kansas City's making, they lost Tyrann Mathieu. Um, do you think the Bills catch him this year?
Oh, definitely. I think I think the loss of Tyreek Hill doesn't hurt Kansas City in terms of one of the elite teams, but if you play that, the same scenario where there's a minute left between the Bills and the Chiefs, if you play it today, I don't see the Chiefs winning.
Yeah, and that's what I like about that move, getting Von Miller, who's one of the best pass rushers in the league.
Hmm.
So as a Bills person, you lose a game with 13 seconds left. So you go out and get a pass rusher, a playmaking pass rusher, one of the best. So
Yeah,
if you're 13 seconds left in the game, all he has to do is make one play. I think he can do that.
you just gotta hope he's still hungry.
Oh, I think he's still hungry. He'd
I don't know.
retire
He
if he
just
wasn't.
well, if he still wants the money.
Well,
J-
you hear, I mean, the people are pretty good to walk away when they need to. They don't like, because, NFL, it doesn't, they don't play no games around there. You get your ass hurt, you get out there, step slower and all that.
Yeah, I don't know. Just hopefully. I mean, I like Von Miller. I'm more of a Khalil Mack guy, but Von Miller's good. I want to see him miss a step.
Yeah,
Fizzle
he's a
out.
pretty good guy. I just like that you have this, like, nightmare, and then you go and sign the one guy who can counter that. Now, you're gonna find yourself with 13 seconds left again with the lead
Probably not.
with how things play out. No, or maybe they do with the so that, how sports always has the weird fairy tale stories.
Right.
So maybe it does play out where there's 14 seconds in one possession game, and then is the money worth it? Did you make the right move? It's going to be good to play out there.
I
But
guess we'll see
on
what
that
happens.
note, do you have you have anything you want to promote or anything?
No, you Twitter. I mean, I won't
Yeah.
probably ever see it, but it's promoted and it's there. Um,
Do you have any like comedy shows or? Anything coming up?
The one that we're gonna do next.
I don't know. A lot of these podcasters, they seem to be promoting comedy shows for some reason. I guess they're comedians too. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I just have the one hobby for right now. Maybe when I
I
get.
noticed. Well, yeah, I don't need to talk about that on the air. but but yeah, just make sure to follow us on Twitter. Follow. I'm the one that pretty much does the Twitter. I haven't tweeted anything, so I'll have to get start there. But it's at the show 7 on Twitter. Make sure to
Yes.
hit the subscribe button and the like button if you like the podcast. And my name is Tyson.
Happy Harry, and hope you guys have a good night. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week.
All right. Good night, everybody. Remember how to do this.